Hey guys, it's Grant with Dawkins Family Farm, and it's Saturday morning. I finally get to be home from work and enjoy the time with family and doing some things around here. And what we're doing today, this morning we're gonna go ahead and burn this little brush pile I've got here, just sticks and things I've collected from the yard and various projects and trash, and we're just gonna get rid of that. We've gotten some rain this week. When was it? Thursday. It rained throughout the night, Thursday night into Friday morning, and we're gonna get rid of some stuff and kind of clean up the place a little bit. I want you guys to come along and kind of watch the process. It's not really much to it, but it's always fun to burn stuff and get rid of things and kind of clean up. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna do it the modern way. I'm gonna use some lighter fluid because everything's wet. I want to go ahead and get this burned. It's Labor Day weekend, so we're gonna get this over with and done, and so we can go do some stuff with family. So why don't you guys follow along and see what happens. Hopefully I don't get burned. Oh, and just so you guys know, there's no burn ban here right now, so everything's wet and it's probably a good time to do it. Also had to adjust my Crocks. They were in two-wheel drive mode. I hear it's kind of some slippery ground. You want to get as much traction as you can, so you want to try to put them in four-wheel drive. So the four-wheel drive mode is engaged. It's amazing how fast that takes off with just some lighter fluid and grill lighter. It won't take long to burn that up. Ooh, it's hot. Take you guys along here. So the wind's kind of out of the north and east today, and it's blowing the smoke away from the house, blowing to but there's not any close neighbors, and we don't have to worry about that. Let's go down here and check out the chickens, see how they're doing. We've got 2 chickens here. One of them is a yellow-legged brown leghorn, I believe, and the other one is a black crevecoeur. Apparently at one point in time there's only like 500 of the crevecoeurs left in the United States, and I kind of see why. They're not really none of the chickens are very smart, but they're real skittish. Both of them are real skittish. We used to have 6, but nature took its course, and a hawk got one of them, and a couple of them at the old house just died, but these are doing okay. We moved these over from the other house as we did the chicken coop. This used to be a playhouse for the kids, for the girls. I bought it for her, I built it for Savannah when she was 1 year old, which was back in, oh, what would that be? So she's 13 now, so it would be, I don't know, about 2009 or 10, somewhere in there. We built that at the other house, and well, actually we built it at our first house, and built together. Me and Dad built it and roofed it, and we hauled it. We built it here at Mom and Dad's house, and we hauled it over in pieces and put it together at our first house. Then we moved it to our second house, kids never really did use it that much, so I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and turn it into a chicken coop, that or get rid of it. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, it does what it needs to. It needs to be cleaned out big time, but okay, give you a shot in here a little bit. So there's chicken water we use. Kind of got the little, the little nipples there that the chickens get their water from. There's their feed bucket. It's nasty in there. I need to spend some time cleaning that out. And then this run I built a couple of years, or last year maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago sometime, and I didn't have this metal roof on it, but I needed something that looked pretty nice, and so it'd be in the neighborhood, look good in the neighborhood. And I built a little footing around there, dug down, that way no predators or critters could climb or crawl underneath there, and it kept them safe in there. The only time they weren't safe is when I let them out the free range in the yard, and we lost one then, and various other issues. So has a little ramp going up in there, and it got this firewood and stuff piled up in there just to keep them from critters from coming in that way, coons or skunks or what have you. And the kids always like to put little bowls and stuff in there to feed them, so the chicken's covered up usually. This is the side of it. This is hardware cloth. It's just like a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hole. That's plenty. And it also keeps out your snakes. We have not had, knock on wood, we have not had any trouble with snakes getting our eggs here. I know some places they'll open up the door to feed them or to check their eggs. There'll be a snake in there eating their eggs, but we, knock on wood, we haven't had that problem. I really like having it out here underneath this tree. This was a big old native pecan tree that's right here, and it gives it lots of shade until 4 or 5 when the sun starts shining through on the side there. But they give them plenty of shade here and there. Seem to be doing okay. They're fun to watch. We raised these from chicks. We bought them from Murray McMurray Hatchery out of Iowa. We're not affiliated with them, but that's who we used. And if you pay like $1 a piece more, you can get them vaccinated and they get all their shots. I'm not sure all the shots they get, but that's the thing about sometimes buying them from some other places. They won't have their shots, so you want to have that way. It keeps them a little healthier, a little bit longer. But we raised them at the old house in the garage, and we got them about April 10th of last year, and we raised them up, and it takes like 12 weeks, 10 to 12, 16 weeks for them to get to where they're laying, and it seemed like it took forever for that to happen. But yeah, we enjoy having them. Kind of give the kids at the other place a little taste of the country life, because we were wanting to go that direction. And but anyway, yeah, let's go over here and check out the fire, make sure it's doing okay. Okay, you can kind of see that it's burned down quite a bit. It's only been like 10 minutes. I'm glad to get rid of this stuff. I was sick of looking at it. I'm sure it's full of snakes and all kinds of critters. That's hot. Fence post. I'm using this trusty fence post. Move this stuff on here because I'm too lazy to walk up to the shop right now to get something. That's one thing. Whenever we bought this place, I don't know if you can see me or not. That's one thing I didn't realize when we put into account when we bought this place with the big shop. I mean, I love the shop, and it's sure is handy to keep all our stuff in. But one thing I didn't realize is how many steps it'd be up and back and forth. Like, you'll need something that's up to the shop, okay? You get up to the shop, and for me, sometimes I'll forget what I went up there to get. And then once I remember, I come back down, and then something else I have to remember. So, which is not a bad thing. To have a big, nice shop like this. Just takes some getting used to. Hot. So it doesn't really take long to burn that stuff down. So it smells good. I always like the smell of smoke in the fall. For me, fall is deer hunting and running around and doing stuff, and the smell of smoke always takes me back to that, especially if you're burning limbs and stuff that smell good. So what kind of smells take you back? Another thing is asphalt. If you smell like freshly tarred asphalt or freshly laid asphalt, it smells like Silver City to me. Like you smell it and it just takes you back. And one of those, smells is the asphalt and the smoke. So comment down below what you guys like, the smell of it that takes you back. It may be your mom's fried chicken or apple pie or fresh mowed grass, like my neighbor over here is mowing today. It may be something like that. Another one is like freshly mowed hay or brush hogged grass. Another one for me is oak leaves. Like when they start dropping, they start breaking down and they give off a little bit of a smell. I don't know if it's the bacteria breaking down the leaves that give it a smell, but that takes me immediately back to that. It's just kind of a neat, it's a pleasant feeling. There's so many things in our life, in our world anymore, that just unpleasant. Like there's so much divisiveness anymore and so many disagreements about stuff. It's okay to have different opinions, and it's just nice to have something, I'm rambling now, but it's just nice to have something that gives you a little bit of pleasure that's not sinful or something like that. So anyway, yep. I'll show you my garden here. I had a pretty sorry excuse for a garden this year. I had some tomato plants and a couple peppers, and some watermelons. I'd never grown watermelons, and we actually grew some this year, and they did pretty good. I kept them watered, and apparently I watered them too much, or the rain we had about a month ago was too much, because they sucked it all up and split the melon. So they split before they were fully ripe, and we still ate them, but they weren't as good as they normally are. And this is a weedy excuse for a garden. It's full of crabgrass and Bermuda grass. I think what we're thinking about doing is, my oldest daughter Savannah, she's wanting to get into showing pigs. So I'm thinking we're gonna make this the pig pen back here. She's wanting to show some pigs, and which I like that, because that's what I did when I was in high school. I wasn't into sports. I mean, I knew about them, but I just didn't play. And the pigs is kind of where my jam. So we're gonna maybe do a couple panels down this fence, and 2 panels this way, and then 2 more panels back there, and 2 more across there. I can use the perimeter fence to support it and kind of give some structure. She's wanting to show pigs, and Jack is wanting to show pigs whenever he can. He's only in 6th grade now, so he could do it in 4-H, but I think we'll just stick with FFA when we get there. So yeah, this is kind of what we're doing this Saturday morning. Take some time to enjoy time with your family. My sister and her husband, my sister Amy and her husband Scott, and their whole crew are here. They're over here at my mom and dad's right now. I can hear them playing and doing stuff. So we're gonna get cleaned up here, let this fire kind of go out. I'm gonna watch it, make sure it doesn't get out of control, and head over there. Do some stuff with your family this weekend. Enjoy some time off. If you get Labor Day off, great. Take some time, go do something fun, do something you love. You know, life's too short to not do some fun stuff from time to time. I know you gotta work, and I have gotta work too, but do some stuff that's enjoyable. You know, take your wife out, go do something. Take your husband, go do something fun. Go dove hunting. Dove season open on Thursday, and I could hear them shooting around a little bit Thursday night. But my spot is, you know, an hour and a half away. I haven't done it yet, so we might go on Labor Day morning. We'll see if we can take you guys along for that. But that's one of my favorite things. One of the kids like to do is like a kickoff to fall hunting seasons is dove season. So it's a good time to get out, enjoy some safe, quality fun together, and shoot some doves. They're good to eat. Breast them out and wrap them in some bacon, and put a little jalapeno, and take you a toothpick, stick through there, and kind of spear it through the bacon and through the dove breast. You don't only get a breast about that big, but they sure are good. And you grill them, put them on the grill, and whenever the bacon's done, the dove's done. So do some of that if you can get out. Just enjoy nature. I know deer season's right around the corner. Get out and start checking your deer hunting spots. Check your trail cameras. Put some trail cameras out. Check your deer stand. Just get out and enjoy some time outside.